guys. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Don't mind us. We're just gonna be up here chatting and singing songs. Um, cool. Are you ready?
Sure.
You ready?
Absolutely.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Blake.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I just showed up. Now, my name's Blake Rainey, and I play with the Young Antiques and Blake Rainey and his Demons.
For over a decade. The Antiques.
For more than a decade.
Two? Pushing two?
The Young Antiques. We started in right around 2000 when we were youngins.
Youngins.
And then we took a long hiatus between like 2005 and 2010 maybe. Then we tried to do it again, and then we took another hiatus, and now we're doing it again.
Nice. You are the perfect example of bands never break up.
Pretty much.
They just stop playing shows.
Yeah. We never said we broke up. We just kind of just got bored with it,
You're smart about it.
I guess.
Yeah, why burn a bridge?
Right?
Yeah. We did that with Waller. I guess 5 years went by, and we rehearsed and played one show, and then 6 months later we played another show,
Right.
and then we waited 2 more years, and then I opened this place, and we actually played that show without rehearsing. It was like 2 years.
Cool.
We had the original bass player, which was really
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I became aware of you during, or the end of, not the end, but when All Night Drug Product was doing a lot. I remember you coming on as the second guitar.
I'm the lead guitar player in that band now.
Guitar player.
Leadish is what I say.
I could do a blues rock scale. I hit a pedal and it makes me sound good.
Pretty much, yeah.
How did that come about?
I've known Marlo and Tom Cheshire forever, and they were big fans of Young Antiques, and they were just like, we want to fill this out, and I was the man that got the call.
You got the big call. Got called to the big leagues.
Pretty much.
But Young Antiques was, and your Demons, Blake Rainey and his Demons.
Right.
Did that come about? Did you and those dudes get together out of like, I got some songs, I need a band, or did y'all go, let's start a band?
Well, the Demons thing kind of started after the first Young Antiques sort of break, yeah. And it was basically just me and playing solo songs and recording more like folky things and whatnot. And it just kind of started growing from there. So I did a couple of records that way, and then the Young Antiques got back together, and I got put on hold, and then, bless you.
Thank you.
And then the second time around, the 2.0, I guess, of the Demons was when I decided to do it more full band and got Joe Foy and Eric Young involved, and Aaron Mason, and it turned into more of a full-fledged kind of band at that point.
Cool.
So.
And you were the main songwriter for both of those bands?
Yes.
When do you write songs?
In my spare time. No.
How's that? Where do you get that?
When I'm no, I mean I generally come up with an idea, messing around with the guitar, and then I record it on my phone or whatever. These days it's my phone. It used to be like the 4-track.
Do you have a Tascam?
I did. I got a Fostec. I just bought a Fostex, like
Wow.
a never been used, basically brand new Fostex cassette recorder. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it though. We'll see. But I generally, like, once I've got the song in my head, I tend to write in my head, essentially, lyrics and whatnot.
I walked dogs for about 4 or 5 years, and
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of songs
While you're walking the
on a
dogs.
leash. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Your spare time. So like when the kid's at school.
Well, by spare time, I mean like when I can just sit there and think about whatever new song it is that I have, you know.
So it's more fluid. It's not like I'm going to sit down
No,
and write.
it's more fluid. It used to be like, you know, if I was doing a menial job, like walking the dogs or
Making coffee. Yeah.
making coffee, or whatever it may be. I used to valet park a whole lot. That gave me a lot of time to write songs.
Who'd you work for?
Privé.
Privé. I worked for their rival.
You
think
remember
it was-
Privé?
Yeah, I think it was Atlanta Valets who,
Okay.
and I got fired. I worked for another month, but yeah. How do you get fired as a valet? I don't. I took the owner's wife's car to Kroger.
That's probably why you got
Yep. Oops. Well, once he's done grinding some beans,
Okay.
you got a song? You want me to go
Yeah,
first? You got one?
I guess mean, I'm holding.
You are.
cards,
Yeah,
so-
mine's over there.
The Young Antiques have a new record coming out sometime in the near future.
In the next 5 years.
Nah, it'll be before that.
5 months.
Probably early 2020, because we gotta get the records printed and get press and all that bull
Yeah.
that has to come along with it, So.
And you can't just have a show. You gotta really think about the release show.
Yeah, and we gotta make a video and all that stuff. So, but I'm thinking maybe probably early 2020 it'll be out. But I guess I can play a song from that.
Cool.
It's called "Another Risk of the Heart." I remember when we parted, drunk and full of shame. A lot's changed since it started, a lot remains the same. Still beautiful and so anxious, wound up bright and taut, vanishing all things forever sought by the heart. Just another risk of the heart. Another risk of the heart. Never thought I'd see you again. Oh, here we are. I never thought we'd fall in love or fall apart. Just another risk of the heart. Ooh, just another risk of the heart. Fall in love or fall apart. Hey! How could I perceive you in such a wicked light? I never thought we'd fall in love or fall apart. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a song about the band that's kind of masquerading as a love song. When I started writing songs for the Young Antiques again, I thought I wanted to do something that was more kind of like Here We Go Again, you know, like Another Risk of the Heart. That's kind of where the whole idea comes from. So it can easily be perceived as a song about a girl, but it's really about the band.
Going into something scary that you love and you don't want it to fall apart.
Again.
This
is not the first time we've done this. So.
Yeah, not the first lap around the block.
Yeah, so.
I love the.
You can thank the Rolling Stones for that.
That's loud. Well, you and I went down to Savannah what was that? That was 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago. 2.5 years ago.
Something like that, right?
With Justin Hilton, and both of y'all have parts in songs that it's what do you call it? What is that?
We go hoo hoo hoo.
Yeah. Hoo, hoo. Wooing. You guys wooed me pretty much. That's what happened.
Awesome.
And I was I think we were at the Tybee Social Club, and I was like, man, I want to write a song with that. And I went, and I was like a couple days later. I wrote one. Have you ever played this one for you?
I don't think so.
Let's see here. And that was just a fun weekend, the getaway. It was the inauguration weekend.
Yeah.
So we were all depressed.
We played that. We played that big church too.
Oh yeah, the Trinity. It was a songwriter night thing.
That was probably the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done.
That was a beautiful room. Yeah.
It was just huge. I mean, it's a cathedral essentially, and there you are on stage, and you're essentially like a preacher on the front of a church, and it's just church. It didn't feel very rock and roll to me. I was like shaking.
Yeah, it was the Opry, the Savannah Opry. And this like just hanging out with you and Justin and John Waits and the stories, because we had all never hung out. Was that the first time you met Justin?
Yes.
So yeah, it was a really interesting, like, it was a good hang.
It was a very good hang.
And we talked, we shared a lot of stories, and this was about all of those stories. And if I can hit if I can hit it, I'm gonna hit it. It's a slow burn. It's a walk, don't run. This page keeps turning, but it never shuts. It's time to take this one day at a time, shit. I tried leaving today, but I was too scared of what he would say. Took a wrong turn. It took all day to return. And trails all look the same. Let's try not to focus on who's to blame. What makes this one different? I've heard all this before. If it hasn't stuck yet, let's move on while we're young. Flagged the truck down. He was blasting Allentown. Maybe a hard day's work make me forget how things were. Maybe I'll regret this, but for now I need some distance. I think I've been here before, but none of my keys fit this door. It's a slow burn, it's a walk, don't run. This page keeps turning, but it never shuts. It's time to take this one day at a time, shit. I tried leaving today, but I was too scared of what you would say. That is the only time I've ever hoo-hooed in a song.
You did just fine. That was excellent.
When you write, I feel like you write with a band in mind every time.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
Or at least when I hear the songs, they've already been flushed out.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess I do. I have all the other instruments kind of in my head when I'm, especially the drums. You know, it's drummers don't usually have a hard time picking up on what it is that.
my new is I wrote a full band in mind. It was fun. I tend to, I don't know. I really enjoy. I just bought a new amp.
Oh yeah. What'd you get?
Got me a hot rod,
Okay.
40 watt,
Nice.
just enough. It was loud enough, but it's not here yet.
How
Got
many
it
speakers?
used. Just one, 112. Yeah.
One big 12.
One big 12.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I was doing I had an AC-10 for a hot minute, and that just never got loud enough.
Yeah, I do now that my back hurts, I do the two 12s. Sometimes I bring one, sometimes I bring two. Depends on how
rock and roll you want to be.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
How good you feel.
It's great. That sounds wonderful. You know, using two amps is kind of if you can haul them around, it's worth it. You know, it's just get a unique sound. I use a Supro and a Magnetone, and blend them together. It's, you know,
Sounds great.
yeah. It makes one guitar player kind of sound like two.
Put one on delay, just a little bit.
I haven't done that, but yeah.
I got
It's a ball
ideas.
mold trick.
Oh, it's a bomb. It's
Yeah,
already,
it's
it's already
a
been
ball
thought.
mold trick. Yeah.
Do you write from first person?
Lots of times.
It's mainly about something you're
Mostly
personally
once.
going through.
Not personally. I do. I generally. I'll take something that's personal and mix it with something that's fictional. Generally.
I tend to write things and then hide my personal stuff in it.
Well, that's the same thing. It's like
Yeah.
you can write something that's you just came up with, but you can apply something that you went through personally into that, and you know you get your rocks off that way, and you're also kind of hiding behind it too. But you know you're not just like
Totally
cutting yourself open and showing it to everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like,
There's a little wound back here.
yeah, I'm sad about this, but I'm not going to let you know about it.
Right. I think that's good. I don't think you need to give it all away that way. You know? I mean, and also that's any writer. That's what they do. I mean, that's pretty much the essence of any sort of fiction. You know, most fiction writers probably experience half of what they write. You know.
My brain goes on trips, vacations sometimes, and the stuff I experience just in my own head tends to get put into a fictional character and written about.
That's good.
I did a whole record based on the Flint River murders back in the 70s or 80s, and I don't know if you're familiar with Flint River. It's like starts pretty much near the airport and goes down into the
This is local.
Do what?
This is Atlanta.
Yeah. I grew up in Clayton County, and it's like the one next to it, or I think it goes through Clayton County for a little bit. And there was this hillbilly mob called the Dixie Mafia, and I don't know. I got fascinated by this whole like web of murder and drugs, and that's what I told everybody. But most of the songs on that record are totally about personal relationships that I've had, and I just told people, I was like, oh yeah, don't ask me questions about this. Anyway.
Okay, that's cool. I'm not familiar with that.
That record or the
That story.
the story. Yeah, it's I mean, I went to middle elementary and middle school with these kids. They used to they lived in Deer Creek Trailer Park, and Deer Creek was the and those dudes we were always fighting us in middle school. It was awful.
Lots of drugs, lots of running around.
No,
being
these
crazy.
kids, these are like wannabes.
No.
These are like the younger brothers of guys who are actually doing the stuff, and then they're like trying to be all tough.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm not a very big guy, so that was an easy target. And I was always like laughing with their girlfriends, and
That didn't make me
and,
happy.
it didn't make it happy. Yeah. Anyway,
Another song?
yeah, sure.
This one seemed appropriate.
This is a demon song, isn't it?
This is a demon song. It's called Mulholland Square. We should take a walk to Mulholland Square. When it gets dark, you can get anything there. Up, down, or sideways, whatever, anywhere. Every side of the block is something to fear. Run down the streets until we feel lucky. Tear at our hearts and fall down the stairs. Ooh, 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 ooh. Scream at the sky and drink all our money. In the end, love is burning, I swear. Scratch at the window and scream down the hall. We can put the fear into them all. Make love on the lawn, howling like dogs. At the cusp of winter, ending of the fall. Down a dark alley, a street creature's moaning to a background beat that's jazzy as hell. Ooh, 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 ooh. With arms and feet to feel, and our heads are swimming. In the end, love is burning, I swear. Swear, swear. We should take a walk to Mulholland Square. When it gets dark, you can guess anything there. To a background beat that's jazzy as hell. Every side of the block is something to feel. Run down the streets until we feel love is burned. In the end, love is burned. In the end, love is burning, I swear. Oh, I swear. Swear. Thank you.
What's that? Yeah, so you're like falling down the stairs.
Pretty much.
I wrote a song when I was in high school called "A Minor Dispute."
Yeah.
Guess what key it was in?
A minor.
A minor. That's right.
Wow.
Ding ding ding.
Right?
You win a free seat on the couch. What is that song about? Hey, hold on. What are the street creatures? Are they people?
Oh yeah, maybe like some crazy homeless guys dancing to jazz music. I
I was thinking a prostitute working.
don't know. Okay. That's
Make-
one of those things that I like to keep.
Making
Open
beats
and
jazzy
vague.
as hell.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, yeah, that's a weird way to say that.
That one's up to your interpretation there.
There's a lot there. And a lot of imagery. A lot of imagery.
Awesome.
Do you seek feedback from other people, or are you like your main bummer when you write?
I bug my wife a lot about it.
Ah.
She gets kind of tired of the feedback sometimes. But,
Never get tired.
So that response that was, do you just like, oh, that sounds really good, or do you like, does it have to really be bad for you to have to go, I don't know.
I think I am a good constructive critic. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, she's great.
This is fun.
But no, I know I get you. I mean, you know, at this point in time, I'm pretty certain of some things that I think are good. If I get a little worried about something, yeah, I'll bounce it off somebody else. You know.
And for me, it's like, I don't know, like, I just want to hear somebody's reaction to it. I want to play you my new song. I gotta find it though, cause
It's a new one?
I don't remember things. What's it called? Ah, there you go. So our friend Kelsey had a birthday.
Kelsey Wilson.
Nope.
Oh, different Kelsey.
Artist.
Oh yes, right. The other Kelsey.
Skunk Weed Juju.
We have two
um,
friends named Kelsey.
Kelsey Wilson's birthday is March 15th.
Okay.
Because the Ides of March.
Yeah.
And not because I like him and remember his birthday. And then we have this guy Tyler Keys open, and I had been listening to his record the week leading up to it, and had already like fallen in love with this dude. I was like, man, this is what Ryan Adams should be doing, or has done, and he has taken the torch. And it was just kind of like a loose, like thought I had in my head, and then I saw him open for a Skunk Weed. Room full of people. He was just like on fire, telling jokes, and just really, really delivering stand-up bass and a electric guitar player, a Nashville guitar player. It's really, really hot stuff.
Cool.
And I wrote this song like the next morning, or like the line, and then I had crafted a song around it. And you'll hear the Ryan Adams and Tyler Keys line in the song. But I mentioned on feedback, Walter and I were here on Saturday. Is that Saturday? Yeah. And the Atlanta Songwriters Club had a meeting. It was like 12 to 3. You paid $5, which goes to like the club or whatever. And then you play one song, and the whole room has something to say about it.
Wow. That sounds
and-
frightening.
Ooh, yeah.
I was open, you know what I mean? Because a couple of guys had gone before me, so I kind of had like gauged my place in the room, and which isn't a real thing because I think everybody's an individual, and you can play your song however you want to, if you really believe it. So, but the atmosphere was maybe try this, or maybe that I didn't really resonate with that, and they gave me some really great feedback, and
You didn't yell at anybody.
No. Nobody got their feelings hurt. Constructive feedback or criticism is helpful. You know, it's all. Just take it as you can either take it as a gift or get your feelings hurt. And owning this place, I get feedback all day long, and I just have to smile and say thank you because I can't get mad at everybody. So here you go. This time I saw Tyler, he was taking a ride all the way down to Mexico. Don't know how. Oh God, hold on. It's just like we're in our living room. You would have just immediately made fun of me.
You get a bottle of whiskey like they do.
Let me try this again. Last time. Perfect. That was perfect. No, I needed that. Last time. There you go. Last time I saw Tyler, he was taking a ride all the way down. Let's try this.
You want me to go grab you a water?
No, I just need to sing it in the right key. Let's see here. Last time. Oh man. Sorry guys. I'm gonna find it. Last time I saw Tyler, he was taking a ride all the way down to Mexico. Don't know how. Oh gosh, it's embarrassing.
That's okay. These things will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Put on the right place.
Last time I saw Tyler, he was taking a ride all the way down to Mexico. Don't know how you ended up 2 kids, Ontario. You said it twice. I hear it's nice. We should go. If I could trust you, I'd pack my bags. I'd let you know. So let's make this easy. Let's not take a chance and see if this one kills me. Yeah, I was running down. I'm better now than I was. It's been going round these questions about my love. Used to take us driving a little too far, all the way off the map. Didn't know where we were when we didn't know where we started at. Just another hike outside of my mind. Happens to be my very last time. So let's make this easy. Let's not take a chance and see if this one kills me. Yeah, I was running down. I'm better now than I was. It's been going round these questions about my love. When Ryan Adam died in 1989, they gave Tyler the keys to the city. They say it's all about what's inside, but I like my girls pretty. Pretty funny and pretty good at putting up with me. I know I'm trouble, I know I don't make it easy. So let's make this easy. Let's not take a chance and find out if this one kills me. Yeah, I was running down. I'm better now than I was. It's been going round these questions about my love. so I wrote that last verse and I put it first in the song. Is that right? No, it was. I rewrote it right before I played it for those people. I was like doing sound and going, oh god. And yeah, it's got a punchline. So I was like, put that down.
That's nice.
But they also said to sing it higher, and I tried that, and that didn't work out. But it worked out earlier. It was like, dang it. But, you know,
Yeah. I've run into trouble with these capos.
compose.
When you get to points in songs and you're like, oh wait a minute, I can't sing that high.
Do you have any like vocal training at all, or is it just all being yelling into a microphone?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't. I mean, I can definitely sing a whole lot better than I could 20 years ago. Let's put it that way. My mom, dad sang in gospel and all that, churches and stuff. But I mean, I grew up listening to that stuff. But I grew up singing like Joey Ramone and Joe Strummer and mimicking those guys and just getting more confident over the years. Then I learned how somehow one day I learned I could do falsetto, and that was like a revelation. It was like,
Yeah, that last song
Oh, wow.
was awesome use of that.
but I've not always been able to do that. It was just kind of once I learned once I kind of learned how to do it, I just kept practicing it, and but no training. None of that.
I keep trying to hire one of my friends to do it. And we've been talking about it for like 2-3 years now. I don't have time. They don't have time. I definitely don't have the money.
Yeah, I just think it's something if you think your voice can do it, just keep doing it. I mean,
Do you have a regiment before shows? You know how Ben Tricky does
drink a few of these.
the water, the beer, and the shot.
I drink a few beers, maybe a shot. Depends on what everybody's mood's in. We used to do the whole vocal warm-up thing, like, wah, and all that crap.
That's an interesting warm-up.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll
Got
try
great
that.
aesthetics too.
Well, not really so much anymore. We'll sometimes go in the back and just talk really loud, and then that kind of works it out.
There's some harmonies when y'all sing, or do you have someone singing with you?
Blake Parrish does a lot of harmonies with me. We've been singing harmonies together since we were like 7 years old, so
He'll be here Saturday. Heather Luttrell's playing.
cool. So it's like natural with him. We'll practice it sometimes when we're before a show, but depends on what mood he's in.
I would love to hear another song.
Did you just bring me one?
No, this was Evan's.
This is he's drinking your beer. This is another one that's going to be on the new record, and I hope I don't screw up the lyrics. I'm going to try not to. It's a duet with Kelly Hogan.
Hulk Hogan's daughter.
Hulk Hogan's daughter, yeah. She's from Atlanta. Yeah.
What was the band she was in? Was it
Jody
just-
Grind, the Rocketeens.
Oh,
She loves those bands, and now she sings with Nico Case, and she's up in Chicago.
Oh wow.
Does a bunch of crazy stuff.
Cool.
We sent her the song, and we were like, "Can you sing on some of this?" And she sent it back, and she sang on the entire song. It was like from beginning to end. She's like, "Keep what you want." So we were like, "Okay, that's
all of it.
awesome." It's mostly there. It's like we had to of course mute a little bit of it just to
Yeah.
make it sound more powerful when she comes in. But I could have just muted myself and just like left her on the whole thing. That would have been fine.
Guest starring.
It's called "Going Home," and it's like a retirement home song for touring musicians. It's all about sort of like, wow, this is over kind of thing. And that kind of played into the whole idea with like writing a record about the band that we're getting back together, and it's another risk of the heart. But this is kind of like the song about like putting your coat on the wall and taking your shoes off or whatever and calling it a day.
Hanging your hand.
Yes. Unplugging your amp. Tell me we made it through.
Tell me all of us, me and you. I guess I feel older, I look right on time. Such a bittersweet day. It's all over, all grown and gray. I cannot believe what's in front of my eyes. I guess I'll go home, back where I belong. The tall grass beneath my tired feet, lest I should fall. Well, it once slipped away, all broken down, put astray, beaten so badly it divided us all. Down a beautiful maze, dark forests and down dark caves. I could not see love in front of my eyes. I wish I were home, back where I belong. The tall grass beneath my bare feet, lest I should fall. Lest I should fall. Ooh, ooh. Tell me, where are you now? Are you all alone and washed out? I don't know how much more I can take. Oh, I loved all those years, and it's hard to fight back the tears. But one day I'll find you alone and we'll ride back to our old home, back where we once belonged. The tar and concrete and boots on our feet, far from this home, far where we now belong. The tall grass beneath our bare feet, lest we fall down, lest we fall down, lest we fall down.
Would you use that phrase in just everyday, lest we fall down?
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying the words to Vogue today, trying to Donna could have done a better job. Like, come on, Vogue, come on. Lest we fall down.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
Thank you.
don't think I've ever seen your toes though. Your bare feet.
Yeah. Boots.
A lot of imagery again. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Thank you.
And that's gonna be on the new one
Yep.
as well.
Yeah, that's the one that's gonna have Kelly sing on it, and she nails it.
I bet.
Spoiler.
Joe, you
Not
recorded that
spoiler.
close to here.
What's that?
You recorded the new Teeks record here.
We recorded the drums and the bass at Tim Delaney's studio. Yeah, over here somewhere. It's that way, Avondale. Mike Geyer's place, Puddle's place. But then we did all the vocals and guitars and tambourines and everything at my house, at Southern Lovers. So.
Mike Greyer.
Mike Geyer.
Geyer.
Oh, yeah.
Puddle's Pity Party.
Puddles.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh yeah.
It's his spot. And
You know him and Ren, the Batdorf rep, are buddies.
okay.
They were hanging out the other day. He came in and like I've seen. Didn't he have like a big band?
King sized.
Yeah.
King sized, yeah. I saw him downtown Decatur, and I was like, "That's amazing." And then I saw it with Puddles. I was like, "What?" that's. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, he's
Took off for him,
he's
yeah.
a super talented dude.
He's got he has a space over in Avondale, and Tim Delaney's the house engineer.
cool.
Great guy. I've been working with him for years. He's kind of our go-to guy for like getting all the rhythm section stuff done and mixing and all that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ball game when it comes to songwriting, because I believe that a song doesn't need a big fancy production to be really good, but man, does it help if it sounds good and it's like a well put together, like all the little, like the first song you played had a bunch of these really cool little parts. Like that's I love that stuff. Do you come up with that first, or is it the idea and you just build it off of an idea?
It's usually a riff first.
A riff
Usually
first.
guitar part first, melody first, and then it's all about the idea. Yeah.
I got one.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
That works.
I wrote that. Well, I'm gonna play one more song. Thank you, dude.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was what am I trying to say? You're one of the dudes that I didn't like. I have a lot of people in Atlanta that I don't want to get to know because there's this like image of them, of like me in the audience and then you on stage, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to, you don't meet your idols kind of thing. It's kind of silly, but like you've really come through. You haven't let me down.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's really cool. And I appreciate all your help here at the shop. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 4.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Come give me some tips.
Yeah.
He has to be nice to me. Oh, wait, I have to be nice to you. Wait, is that...
I don't want it either way. And something I admire about you is your parenting, like the way you are with your daughter, and it's I don't know. I think that's awesome, and I think you do a good job.
Thank you.
And he paid,
You would know.
He paid me to say that.
You've done it more than me. So.
And this song is about that. It's like about the day I kind of tried to. I was like, all right, I suck. I gotta get better. And yeah, I'm just gonna play it for you. You wouldn't quit your crying, so I lost my cool. Raised my voice and acted real cruel. Told myself to just walk away. You were right there in my face. Can I take it back? Would you take these words, shape them like you want? Another falling bird singing on my porch. Perfect rhymes in my mind, tied but not confined. Normal space and time to go. center of the house, contemplating what I would say if I knew your ghost would haunt me the same. Can I take it back? Would you take these words, shape them like you want? Another falling bird singing on my porch. Perfect rhymes in my mind, I'm tied but not confined. Normal space and time to go. You wouldn't quit your crying, so I lost my cool. Raised my voice and acted real cruel. I told myself to just walk away, but you were right there in my face. Can I take it back? Would you take these words, shape them like you want? Another falling bird singing on my porch. Perfect rhymes in my mind, I'm tied but not confined. Normal space and time to go. Can I take it back? Right? It's a little different.
It's comfortable with you.
Oh, well, thanks. I tend to make most men comfortable around me. Thank you, Blake.
We good?
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a short break, and Evan Step will be up. Oh, you're coming in for the hug. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hugs are the best.
Oh, man.